Hey yo, what is good YouTube? It's your boy Mason. I'm back with another haircut tutorial, and in today's video is going to be a very tricky haircut. This is one of those haircuts where like his hair is very overly curly, so it's really hard to fade, and I'm gonna teach you all how to cut that type of hair today. So we're gonna be doing a high fade, like a ball fade, and just a regular fade, like a mid-high ball fade. And yeah, we're gonna be cutting down the top, and I'm gonna show you how to execute a good fade on hair that's like this. As you can see, I'm combing it out and the hair is not straightening out, so it's really difficult. But you know how we start fading. We start with our first guideline. I'm starting it at the bottom of the vertical bars because I don't want vertical bars, because I want the fade to be high enough. So I'm just coming in with my Babyliss gold, not my gold effects, but my Hawk edition red trimmers, and I'm just attacking that line. I'm not putting in a hard line. I'm going up at the line, so I'll be able to take out that line very easily. These are my balding trimmers. They don't really hit well in terms of shaping up and lining, so I just use them for balding, and I might use them on kids. You know what I'm saying? Just something chill, because they're not really sharp, to be honest with you, no matter what blade you put on them. So right now I'm coming in with my Babyliss gold effects, and I have my lever fully open, and I'm going up a complete inch. And you want to make sure when you get to the top of that inch, you're flicking out. And as you can see in the back of his hair is growing in different directions, so you want to attack the hair different ways to actually be able to get an even cut. So right now I'm coming in with a 1.5, and I'm cutting down the hair, and I'm just following through, because really with his hair, man, like, you have to comb through it and cut it again, and comb through it and cut it again. It's just one of those things. Like, his hair is really curly, so it's not going to seem like his hair is laying down, but the length is changing on it, so you just got to go back and forth. So right now I'm just starting debulking, really starting on my fade. I'm coming in with my number 2 fully closed, and I'm going up, and then I just start fading, just start debulking, and then I'm gonna work my way down to my 1.5 with my lever fully open, and I'm just attacking that line right underneath where I just put the number 2 guard at. And I'm just really trying to take off all this bulk to create a space for a very nice fade. And so as I go up, I just making sure that I'm being consistent with my combs and my strokes. And if you're watching this video, make sure you leave a thumbs up, make sure you comment, share, and subscribe, all those good things. And hey, look, man, I just want to teach somebody, man. I just want to teach somebody and just help somebody out. So right now I'm coming in with my number 1 guard fully open, and then I'm just attacking that line. I want to smooth out the area because his hair has not laid down yet. Like, only the lever open has laid down the hair. Everything else is just cutting the hair. So I'm trying to find a way to smooth out the hair, because I like my workspace to be a little clean, so I want to make sure I'm trying to smooth out the hair. And this is my steps. After I open up the clipper with any guard I have on it, I move down to the lever close, and I'm just working my way down every time. I'm just really attacking that line that's right there. I'm trying to delete that line or erase that line. So whenever I said 1.5 open, then I went to 1.5 close. Now I have my number 1, I'm going number 1 guard open, then I go number 1 guard close. And that's the same thing. That's just how I work down with any system, from Andis to wall to detachable blades. Like, I always work down. And now I have my 1/16 guard, which is the 0 guard with Andis, but with the walls it's a 1/16, and I'm starting fully open, and I'm going halfway, then I'm going fully closed. And really, this is where the fade starts to come together, and you'll start seeing it. Even though I didn't take out that bottom line, but you will start seeing the fade come together for the most part. And of course you got to come back in detail and stuff like that, but it's good to know that I'm close to my final step when it comes to this fade. So right now I'm just really just using a lot of lever play, because when it gets to a step like this, it's cutting so much hair that you don't want to stick to. Well, you can see so much of a difference in the haircut that you don't want to stick to the same steps. You kind of want to be versatile and move around and understand how your clipper works, because the different parts of the head is way different. So the hair might be more dense in certain areas, so you can't go over it like how other areas you can. So you got to learn how to use your tools and just work with it. And so right now I'm coming in, I'm taking out that bottom line using my gold effects. I like to come in halfway, then I go fully closed, and then I just start detailing it. So really, just to like initiate getting that line out, I just start fully closed and just attack that line. I'm not going up on the line, I'm just literally touching the line, and then after that I go lever open and I go halfway, and it's really just lever play. You gotta just become comfortable with your clippers and just attack the line, and you're gonna get it out definitely. As you can see, I'm using my corners a lot, and if you're looking at this fade, man, it's looking like, bro, you know what I'm saying, like it's one of those things like with proper detailing and just following my steps and not panicking, that fade is going to come out real nice, because I know after I put a line on it, usually when you put a shape up on a haircut, you'll be able to see a lot of things that you did wrong. So that's just one of those things when it comes to this haircut. When I put the shape up on it, I'm going to see a lot of lines in my fades, and I'm going to be able to take out all those lines without interrupting or pushing up any guidelines or anything like that. So right now I'm just really using my corners and just moving the clipper around and cutting with the grain against the grain of the head. So if the hair is going sideways diagonally, I'm going if it's coming diagonally down, I'm cutting diagonally up, just to take out that guideline and cut against it. And you want to be real smooth with taking out your first guideline. You don't want to, especially when it's no guard on the clipper, you want to be real smooth and real gentle with those cuts, because they can literally mess up your haircut if you take it too high. So make sure to use angles in your clippers. So right now we're just prepping the front line up for a shape up, and I'm just taking it down with the number 1 guard. I'm thinking it's fully closed or halfway closed, but since I put it in 1.5, I just go down to the smaller guard and just take down the hair. And I'm gonna hit them with some hairspray. I'm really not a guy to use hairspray because I really don't like the residue that it leaves, but I found a barber that works at the same shop, and he recommended this, and it works really well. So as you can see, I'm coming in with my TL liner, starting in the middle and working my way to my left, and then I'm gonna come back and work my way to the right. As you can see, like, these Andis TL liners are hidden, bro. I start basically all my lineups with these trimmers because they're not too sharp, so the client is not going to turn red, or, you know what I'm saying, no irritation of the skin. So I have time to fix my mistakes, because off the first pass, I'm never 100% correct. Like, I'm really like 60% correct on the first pass, and that's just because, like, after a while, you kind of like, after you've been cutting the same client, you understand how the shape up is. But if it's a new client, like on the first pass, I really don't have it. It's really like after the 3rd, 4th pass of doing the shape up that I get it to the best that I can get it. You know what I'm saying? So right now, after I just set in my general line with my TL liners, now coming with my Babyliss FX, and I'm really just tapping the line. And as you can see, like, I'm just doing a bunch of everything. I'm kind of just going over all the hair, make sure everything's even, and I'm just like really tapping the line up just to make sure that it's giving it a sharp and defined line. That's something that's real good with the Babyliss FX. They give you a real sharp and defined line. And the TL liners really don't give you a sharp and defined line, but they do give you a good line. So, you know, you gotta, if you have the opportunity to have a lot of clippers, or if you have a lot of clippers, I say work through them and figure out which ones work best for the time of the haircut. So as I said, when I put that line on, I was able to come back and hit a lot of like, I forgot the word for it, but just a lot of bad things in the fade, like a bunch of lines and imperfections. That's the word I was looking for, imperfections. So right now the client wanted enhancements, so I'm just hitting them with the enhancements really lightly and just trying to cover up any areas where it's lighter than the other sides. Like his corner is a little lighter than the other corner, so I just want to match it. And now I'm coming in with my wall detailer. Like, you gotta use your tools. If it's on your station and it makes sense to use it, then use it. So the wall detailer, they really give the sharpest line. So I'm trying to get a clipper that can cut through hair fibers and give me a sharp line, and the wall detailer do just that. Like, they're really good, man. I'm able to use them, and I'm good with that. And as you can see, as soon as I put them enhancements on, as soon as I shaped them up, as soon as I came back with a sharp trimmer, the fade is really coming together. At first it was a little sketchy, I ain't gonna lie. Even when I cut them, I already know, like, it's like the fade is not gonna be really blurry. But I know over time, by the time I'm done doing the shape up and everything, the haircut is real blurry. But really, YouTube, this is really the whole haircut. So if you enjoyed this video, leave a thumbs up. I'm just going to hit him with the razor. Make sure you stretch the skin when you use the razor. You don't want to cut anybody. But if you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe, leave a comment, tell me what type of video you want to see next, what type of haircut tutorial, or any questions you have about the haircut. Just let me know. I'm gone. Peace.